Hey guys, what's up? I'm going to talk to you all about how to stay healthy even in a crisis situation. So lately I've been trying to put together what I'm calling some bug out bags, and this is what I've come up with. And the idea is I've got a family of 4, and so I wanted to make sure that we had enough equipment to get us through about 72 hours, because I'm assuming hopefully that would be enough time for us to be able to change the environment and have things settle back out, and then we'd be okay. So today I'm going to go through, I'm going to show you what I've got. So these are pre-packaged purified water. Obviously, when you're in a crisis situation, water is going to be enormous. So you'll see that there's a couple of different solutions that we've come up with that hopefully help to just to make sure that water is not a concern for us. So these are nice, pre-packaged. On the food side of things, we have these MREs, that's meal ready to go, I think, something like that. Meal ready to eat, sorry, meal ready to eat. What's neat about these is you can actually make them hot. I'm pretty sure they taste terrible, but they might be a good source of food during a time period. So you'll notice we've got quite a few of those going throughout our bag. The next thing that we've got is what they call like a weather kit. So there's ponchos in here, there's a tube tent, there's some hand warmers, and there's little tiny sleeping bags that'll help to keep your body warm. And you know, environmental stuff can be a huge concern, so we've got some of that going on. We've also got you know, this is a water purification kit. So let's say we didn't have access or we ran out of this type of bagged water, but we needed to get it from our environment. And so this would be a great way to not only clean it, but also to make sure that we've got a place to store it. There's hand sanitizer. There's like a, you know, a little kit for like simple stuff like brushing your teeth and like toiletry items. Toilet paper, might want that. Yeah. So that's the main stuff that we've got from this bag. I've also got a couple of little small things that are in here that I think are also really important. The first one is a good hatchet. You never know when you're going to need to bust something through, cut down wood, make sure that you've got enough for fire. So you'll want that, and make sure it's heavy duty. The other thing that we've got quite a few of in this bag is we've got quite a few flashlights with extra batteries. The extra battery is key because obviously for 72 hours, if you're running this pretty often, and that would probably be the case in an emergency situation, you're going to want to make sure that you've got quite a few batteries. The other thing that I'd recommend is this idea, which is an emergency flashlight, and they call it a 4-in-1 because it's a cell phone charger, it's a flashlight, it's an AM/FM radio, and it has a panic alarm on it, which is kind of neat. What's cool about it is it has a hand crank, so no matter what, you don't need electricity to be able to make this work. You can actually create the energy just through the use of this device. So 4-in-1, I highly recommend this. I think that's a good way of going about things. More toilet paper, more food, you'll get the idea here. We've also got some cold packs, like in case of emergency. There's a first aid kit in here that's really good. Some more toiletry items. Again, this is for a family of 4. More water, you'll notice some repetition. This one's kind of fun and I think is actually really important. There's a 16-in-1 tool in here. So you'll be able to you know, have a screwdriver and scissors and like a nail file and a poker and things like that. And then lastly, we've got like gloves. There's some twine, like for rope. There's a duct tape item. There's like playing cards and a compass. So I like the idea of having the cards because I'm assuming you're probably just going to be hanging out, maybe waiting for supplies or something like that. So I think having something to do with the kids would be a really good idea. This was something that this group put in here that I really like, and this is some masks. You know, unfortunately, you know, your environment or your air might be really, really poor quality, so I'd recommend that. This is another one of those weather kits. This was actually something that was cool. There's a pencil in here and then a emergency preparedness guide. So the guide is really neat because, I don't know, I'm sure I'm not going to be thinking in the moment of every little detail that you would need, but this guide would help me to be able to, you know, arrange my thoughts and make sure I'm making good choices for my family. Oh, this one's cool. So check this one out, guys. This is like a like a machete thing, but it's got a serrated edge, so I think for sawing, this is another good option. And then the last few things that I've got in here, another flashlight. I've got some Carabiners with a locking edge to make sure that we've got good support. Our 16-in-1 tool like I told you about. And then I've got a few of these, guys. These are Lifestraws. So if you are in an area that has water, but the water is contaminated, you can actually suck through this straw and it will purify the water and make it so that you can pretty much get water anywhere. So I've got a few of these, and they've got a pretty long lasting life associated with, with their use. So each one. More Lifestraws, and then another water filtration and a water bottle. This would be great so that you have another place to store it on the go. So guys, it's a bunch of stuff. However, in an environment where things are a little bit uncertain, having a plan is huge. So two things. Number one, if you don't have a kit, get something like this. You can check out our link at the bottom of this video to find out where we got this one. And I also have a list of all the things that we added in addition to the existing pack that they had put together. I'd also recommend, if you already have a pack, go ahead and look at it. Make sure that the batteries haven't corroded. Make sure that you have up-to-date food. Make sure that the things in there are really going to be useful. Last thing you want is, in a time of need, not to have something that was going to work perfect for you to keep your family nice and safe. We'll look forward to seeing you guys next time.